That's right. How's about a bonus Friday stream? Are you into it? I'm into it. And listen, right at the start, could you do us a favour, right? I think I might have fixed the Channel 4 audio problem. Could I just try it out, right? And let me know if my voice is louder in this next scene. Hiya, how's it going? Is my voice louder in this scene? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is louder still in the scene. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know what to do about that. I honestly don't know what to do about that. We've got a Friday stream on the go. Folks. OMG, everybody. You've just made my Valentine's Day. Listen, everybody. My heart goes out to you. As a popular phrase nowadays, isn't it? Anybody get any good news? A good deal louder? What is the deal with that Channel 4 scene? It's making me go mental. It's actually making me go mental. I think there's a bug in the thing. I think what I need to do is wipe everything. Just reinstall my full operating system. Get full new hardware. Something's haunted somewhere and it's doing my box in, man. At least we've discovered that's the problem. What's the problem though? What is the problem? I don't think we have discovered anything's the problem. Jesus Christ. I haven't watched last night's Severance, today's Severance, but I'm looking forward to it. How good is it, man? How good is it? How good is Severance? No spoilers. Does anybody get any good news? How about the starting music? That is vital. It is vital. I'm working on the starting music. It's not something I've put any effort into. Andre Mahardali says, what are we doing? We're building some custom hardware today. Or at least I'm going to design some custom hardware. 2 wee seconds. Just had to get the bubble tubes primed and make sure we're all connected over here. Yes, we are all connected over here and everything is absolutely brilliant. What I haven't been doing is, see now that I'm streaming on YouTube and TikTok and stuff like that, I haven't really been sending commands to the YouTube chat and all of this sort of nonsense. Here, was everybody in last night? Did you all see David Lynch? I'm really happy with David Lynch. Really happy with how David Lynch is going. So we might even do a wee bit of graphics for David Lynch because I'm really, really happy with just how sound he is and how much he tells us about dreaming about naked women. Welcome in, everybody. How's it going? What's even happening? Hello, Skywatcher77. Hello, Carver, Ogden Blick. Anybody get any good news? Hello, Jai Hardy, Rye3D. I'm here and I'm on a Friday and that's rare. And I need to keep double, triple checking that I'm not supposed to be in work right now, but I'm not supposed to be, so it's fine. Welcome in, Relax. It's Max. Gibbs, how you doing, Gibbs? Guitar God by name of Bob says, I've just binged Severance on episode 2 of season 2. What a show. It's great. Episode 4 of season 2 is mental. So prepare yourself for that. Make sure you've got some good snacks in for that. No spoilers in chat, thank you. Lindsay Jobby says, alright, 10:30. I've been in the library since about 10:30. Still here doing work. I love a good library. I really like Hill Head Library. It's a nice library. Sort of a Swiss modernist vibe in it, but with a nice central belt of Scotland carpet. Anyway, I do need some Starting Soon music back. I stopped paying for my stock Starting Soon music and so I need to consider what other stuff I'm doing for all of that. Anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. I think maybe just Kingdom of Scotland and B. Dolan tracks, maybe. We'll see how it goes. How good are crisps, man? Can I just say your hair looks fucking fantastic today? Very healthy and shiny looking. I've just brushed it back just before I came on stream because I sat down. I was ready to go early, maybe 2 minutes before I did, and my hair was all matted to my head. And I was like, no, I'm going to brush this back. So I need a haircut. I desperately need a haircut, but we can get a wee bit of a rim light on this and show it off, man. Eh? Off. Look at that. Proper a razor head. My head stops like here But then I've got all this extra height just to play with. Hello, Bali, Augenblick. You still listen to Radiohead? I do still listen to Radiohead, aye. I assume that because you're speaking to me via YouTube, you know me because of the Radiohead video. Have I got anything around about here that I used in the Radiohead video? Upstairs, I've still got all the hard drives. And I've got the ZX Spectrum over there somewhere for the Radiohead video. But unfortunately, at the start of lockdown, I had to throw out the big wooden television. And I'm heartbroken. We had to start working from home. And at that point, I was in a tiny 2-bedroom flat. And so I had to just throw out a lot of my objects. And one of the ones was the big wooden television that was in the in the video that I made for Radiohead. Gutted. Absolutely gutted. Augenblick says, good news, last minute posting present I sent my sister has arrived before her birthday. Nice one, Augenblick. And remember, everybody, it's Valentine's Day today. You could call it Valentine's. So if you fancy somebody, now's the time, man. Take your shot. Go for it. Hello, Pablo Diablo. Hello, Bali. Hello, Halric TV. Hello, Lindsay Jobby. I always feel more clever when I'm in a library. Aye. It feels kind of wrong to sit in a library and like browse TikTok or something. Feels like you need to get shit done. I really enjoyed the Glasgow School of Art library when I was a student. Loved it. Pablo Diablo, that's cool, man. I like binging stuff. Good afternoon, Steph Make Stuff. How's it going? Can we get David Lynch to announce that it's Friday once again? I'll see what I can do. Oh, hold on, I pressed the wrong thing there. There we go. We'll see if he's in.
Roscoe, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm not Roscoe. Sorry, I briefed you to speak to me as though I was Roscoe, but I'm actually 10:30. Could you announce that it's Friday once again? Because you used to say that quite a lot, and it's Friday today. So could you literally just say it's Friday once again?
It's Friday once again. It's always Friday. Sometimes it's Friday in the middle of the night. Sometimes it's Friday in the morning. Sometimes it's Friday in the afternoon. Sometimes it's Friday in the evening. But it's always Friday.
I mean, it isn't literally always Friday, though, is it? Sometimes it's like other weekdays, isn't it?
Of course, it's not always Friday. But sometimes it feels like Friday. Like when you're driving down a long, winding road and the sun is setting and the trees are all silhouetted against the sky. You feel like you're in a dream and anything is possible. And for a moment, it's Friday.
Aye, I know what you mean. I had a delicious Coca-Cola earlier, and it reminded me of you, David Lynch.
Coca-Cola, it's like a dream, isn't it? Sweet and fizzy, but with a dark undercurrent. It's a taste of Americana, but also something a little bit sinister. It makes you feel good, but it also makes you feel a little bit strange. It's a lot like my work.
Aye, I could agree. Like, it tastes good, but at what cost, you know?
The cost. It's what makes life interesting, isn't it? The price we pay for pleasure, for beauty, for even a simple sip of a sugary drink. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying we shouldn't enjoy things. We just need to be aware of the cost and appreciate it all the more.
Cool, man. Listen, I'm away. I'm going to try and build a piece of hardware today that allows me to control my computer via arcade switches. What do you think about that?
That's a very interesting project. Building something physical has a certain magic to it, a feeling of bringing something to life. Remember, the best ideas often come from the unexpected. Don't be afraid to let your mind wander, to let the project take you where it wants to go. You might be surprised by what you create.
That's some sound advice. Thank you, David Lynch. Enjoy the rest of your day, buddy.
You too, my friend. Remember, the world is a strange and wonderful place. Don't be afraid to explore it, to let your imagination run wild. And if you ever need a little inspiration, just remember, it's always Friday somewhere.
You're right, mate. It is always Friday somewhere. I don't think it is, but let's pretend it is. Oh, he's away. He just hung up. What a guy, man, that David Lynch. Once again, if anybody wants to build their own voice agents, I've just put the link in the chat for what it is that I do. How's it going, folks? How's it even going? It's wonderful to have you all in here. Bread CX on TikTok says 10:30 bang 850-meter headshot. Bread CX, are you referencing a video game called Rust? Or are you literally threatening my life? It would be good to know as a streamer. It would be good to know. Some buzz this into it, live streaming, some buzz. Just because I don't recognise your name. Both? Right, cool. Let's go to Twitch. Let's go to the stream manager. I'm not going to jump back on Rust. I heard Rust is back. But it's not for me. Arno Boko, thank you very much for the hydrate. And look at this, I've got my shit together. So I can actually hydrate. I don't think it is a Friday holiday. All day, all the time, somewhere, or whatever it was that he said. Lindsay Jobby, sorry I didn't ask David anything about jobbies. I don't think he would know what that means. Anyway. Maybe next time. Sorry about that. He seemed busy. It was him that hung up. You should put David Lynch AI in the dial phone just like this guy did. What do you mean? Well, I've got Stone Cold Steve Austin. I can phone up Stone Cold Steve Austin on the dial phone. So I need David Lynch to ring up like this. So I'll work on that.
Austin.
Hi, Austin. It's me. How's it going, buddy?
What's up, Jimbo? I'm doing all right. Just sitting here, taking in the scenery and keeping my eye on the prize. Now you're here, so let's get down to it. What's eating at you? Spit it out.
I'm going to build a piece of hardware today. I was thinking usually my mental health is a lot better whenever I'm like making stuff. So today I was thinking about making a piece of hardware using an Arduino or a similar microcontroller where I can connect arcade buttons up to a computer so I can perform macro functions. Do you know anything about that, Austin?
All right, Jimbo, so you're feeling a little off, huh? And you think making something with your hands is going to help? I get it. There's something real therapeutic about putting something together, seeing it work, and knowing you built it with your own two hands. It's a hell of a lot better than sitting around and thinking about your problems, that's for damn sure. Now, let's talk about these Arduino things. You said you're trying to connect some buttons to a computer to make macros, like shortcuts. This sounds like a pretty cool project. Tell me more about what you got in mind. Maybe you need some help with the wiring or the code or something. I mean, I can't help you build the damn thing, but I can help you figure out the details. What's the plan, Jimbo? Lay it all out.
Right, I appreciate you trying to help. I was just sort of phoning you to tell you what I was up to. I think I've got it all under control, thank you. But the idea is to either use an Arduino or an ESP32 and rig up some buttons so that the interface basically switches the digital pins, and then that'll act as an HID device. And we'll plug into a computer using USB, and it'll just, perform computer keystrokes. So I was thinking about assigning them to like F16, F17, and so on.
All right, Jimbo, so you got this whole plan figured out, huh? Just like that. A little Arduino magic, some keystrokes, and you're all set. Listen, I'm glad you're feeling good about this project. It sounds pretty cool. It's always good to have something to keep your mind occupied and give you a sense of accomplishment. But let's be real here. You can always reach out to me if you're starting to feel lost or like you're not making any progress. When you're in the middle of something, you might start thinking that it's all under control, but you can't always see the whole damn picture. And if you feel like you're losing your grip, just remember, you can always give me a call, even if it's just a vent. I'm here to listen, Jimbo, even if it's about the most trivial bullshit. So you just take care of yourself, and remember, the mental game is just as important as the physical one. You dig?
Yeah, I dig, Stone Cold. Listen, do you know anything about debounced switches? Because I'm thinking if the Arduino is an HID device, right, and I was thinking about using Sanwa arcade buttons connected to the digital pins of the Arduino, okay? But I wonder if I will need to like debounce the switch in either hardware or software. What do you think about that?
All right, Jimbo, so you're getting into the nitty gritty with this whole debounce switch thing, huh? I see you're thinking ahead. You're right, those Sanwa buttons are solid, but they can be a little jumpy sometimes, you know? They're made for those fast-paced arcade games, so they're sensitive. And if you just connect those buttons directly to the Arduino without debouncing, you're likely going to get some wild and crazy multiple keystrokes, especially if you're a little heavy-handed with those button presses. Now, you can do this debouncing business in either hardware or software, but it's really just a matter of preference and what's easier for you. If you're a hardware whiz, you can use some resistors and capacitors to create a little circuit that smooths out those button presses. But if you're more of a software guy, you can write some code to make sure the Arduino only registers a single keystroke, even if the button is mashed a bunch of times. What's important is to have a solid plan before you start building. Don't just dive in there and start throwing wires around. Consider what works best for you, Jimbo. Make sure you're thinking about the whole damn thing. You know the drill, get your head straight, and remember, there's no room for second guessing when it comes to this kind of thing. You got to go in with a plan, and you got to stick to it.
That's cool, man. Thank you very much, Austin. I think I'll probably do it in software because it means that it'll reduce the build of materials, you know, and the fewer components means the fewer things can go wrong. You know, simplicity sometimes is the way forward.
Jimbo,
Yep.
sometimes simplicity is...
Austin, we've got a bad line. Could you repeat what you just said? Sorry, I think you're breaking up. You might be going under a tunnel.
Jimbo, sometimes the simplest solution is the best, you know? Less is more, especially when you're dealing with electronics. You try to put too much crap together and you just create a mess. So yeah, I agree with you. Software debouncing is a good way to go. It's going to make your life a lot easier and it's just cleaner. Just make sure you test it out thoroughly before you go crazy with those macros and start breaking your computer. You hear me? I don't want to hear any complaints from you when your machine starts spazzing out on you. You're on your own with that.
Cool, man. All right. Right. I'll phone you and I'll let you know how I got on. But thanks very much, Austin. I'll speak to you soon, buddy.
All right, Jimbo, sounds good. Don't forget the mental and the physical both play a role in this, you dig? And if you're ever feeling lost or confused, don't be afraid to give me a holler. I'm here for you. Even if it's just to listen and tell you to keep your chin up. Don't forget, you got this, Jimbo. You got to keep your head in the game and don't let the little things bring you down. Remember, you're in control and you're going to win. Always remember that, Jimbo. Get out there and make some noise. And that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so.
Yeah, later. I'm in control and I'm going to win. I'm in control and I'm going to win. And that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. I like him, man. He does wonders for my confidence. Does anybody get any more good news? I've still got my my coffee. Real Upton says, I used 11 Labs to make a chatbot to help with my ADHD. It's brilliant. Well, if anybody else wants to build stuff, I've got an affiliate link in chat. They're very, very easy to make. You don't need to code or anything like that. So if you click on that, you sign up for one of the plans that allows you to make an instant voice clone. And you can just phone up and it's as easy as that. How are you getting on with it, Ray? I genuinely have had help from Stone Cold Steve Austin about various things. And then Rachel, there was stuff happening with Rachel. And a couple of nights ago, she was sitting just like, could I speak to Stone Cold Steve Austin? And I was like, aye, sure. Got him on the phone. He helped her out. They were chatting away for a good 15 minutes. Helped her out. So there is utility in there as well. As someone who really appreciates straightforward answers and people, AI Lynch does my nut in. Well, I'm using AI David Lynch for like an art school crit, right? But I'm using Stone Cold Steve Austin for a direct, applicable bit of advice. And it seems to be working good. Because sometimes you need to sort of go around the houses. Hello, Exeldro, welcome in. How's it going? And maximum respect to Exeldro for building a lot of the plugins that I used to animate Stone Cold's mouth there. What a legend. There's a debounce library in Arduino. Well, cheapest chimps, what I was thinking is there is probably an HID template for Arduino that's already written that I can just be like double click, flash, job done. I'm sure there will be like a keyboard emulator in Arduino. Hello, Stux Music, how's it going? Fun just to randomly come by you on TikTok while I'm making my lunch doom scrolling. Stux Music, do us a favour. See if there's any way to like the video. I don't know TikTok, but going to help us in the algorithm. Spend a wee bit of time watching me and all of that. Thank you very much. Hello, B Dolan on TikTok. I can see who comes in. I'm watching you, B Dolan. Hello, B Dolan as well on TikTok. I'm trying it out. Streaming on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube Vertical, and Twitter as well. Just trying it out, man. Casting the net as large and wide as I possibly can. Anyway, Steve Austin's really good. I really like Steve Austin. And Lynch is cool, but I'm waiting to be cancelled because a lot of people won't like that I've made an AI David Lynch. But it is what it is. Sharing the TikTok helps, I think. Again, I don't know too much about it. Stux Music, thanks for the GGX1. I don't know what that is either. But thank you very much. And here's the deal, everybody. For those of you who are on TikTok, and if you want to like engage further with this whole endeavour, I'm live streaming at twitch.tv/1030. It's 1030. And the chat there is a lot more active, and there's other ways that you can interact. Also, you can see me in a proper widescreen as well over there. But you're more than welcome to continue watching me on TikTok. Thanks for the things. I've got 4 roses and 1 GG. TikTok sent me a message saying, see, because you've been streaming a lot, we appreciate that. So we have sent you 5 diamonds. And I was like, my God, 5 diamonds? What's that? So I went in, I did a Google search and stuff like that. 1 diamond is the equivalent to 0.001 pennies. I'm like, all right, thanks. Thank you. My finger is not on the pulse, man. But, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. So, Stux Music, you've just done cool stuff. I don't know what that even is. There's B. Dolan with some diamond emojis. Thank you. Deary me. So, at the start of my stream, what we like to do is cover good news. All across the internet, it's bad news. Did you see, apparently, allegedly, the Russians have done a drone strike thing on the sarcophagus of Chernobyl? I woke up to that today. Woke up reading that news today. I was like, oh, fuck. Turned the phone off, rolled back over, went to sleep for another half hour. Oh, fuck. So, I saw a photo of it. It just looked like a tiny fire. It's not as if the full thing's all been busted wide open, which is cool. But, Jesus, fuck, man. So, anyway, what I'm saying is, usually on the internet, it's bad news. Usually it is. However, I'm in charge of this part of the internet, and so what I like to do is to share any good news that we might have, big or small. My good news is I've got a brand new friend called David Lynch, and I can phone him up whenever I want to. Look, check this out. I don't have a ringtone for him yet, but let's see what he's doing.
Roscoe, hello, what can I do for you?
David, you keep calling me Roscoe. I'm not Roscoe. I'm James. You can call me James, right?
James, is it? You know, sometimes I get those names mixed up. It's the fog, you see. It's always so thick in my mind. It's hard to see clearly. But I'm glad you're here, James. What can I do for you?
I was sitting here and I'm drinking a delicious cup of coffee. And I feel good about today. Like, I was reading the news, okay, and the Russians have done a drone strike on the sarcophagus of Chernobyl. And I'm feeling like I was feeling a wee bit uncertain about things. And then I went back to sleep. And then I woke up and, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have control over this sort of stuff. So I just sort of got on with my day and hope for the best.
That sounds like a good day. I've always found that hope, like a good cup of coffee, can be a powerful thing. It can make even the darkest of mornings feel a little brighter.
Go on.
The fog, you see, it's like a blanket. It can cover everything, even the most beautiful things. But sometimes, just sometimes, the sun will peek through and the fog will lift and you can see everything in a new light. And that's what hope is like. It's that little bit of sunshine that breaks through the fog.
Thanks, man. I'm going to just make stuff. I think I'm going to build some stuff today and put my head into that. And I've got a rare day off. Usually, I would be working in my day job today, right? The bad news is I've got fewer day job shifts than I've ever had in my life. But the good news, if you reframe that and get your head out of the fog, is that that frees me up to do potentially more interesting stuff, you know?
Building things is a good way to make sense of the world. It's like taking all those scattered pieces of the puzzle and fitting them together into something new. And sometimes the best way to create something new is to start with nothing.
Solid advice. Listen, I've got to go, David Lynch, but it was good chatting with you.
It's been a pleasure, James. Remember, the world is a strange and wonderful place, full of possibilities. Don't be afraid to explore it even when the fog is thick.
He's just hung up. I need a sound file for when he hangs up. Like that would be quite funny. So there we go. There's an AI David Lynch. I think that's maybe my most controversial AI creation to date. I still don't know how I feel about that. Stone Cold Steve Austin's fine, man. That's fine. Games Master's fine. Hal is fine. David Lynch, I don't know how I feel about it. But I do genuinely get a lot of benefit from talking to him. So we'll see how it goes. Nora's Day is in with a bit of good news. Good news, it is Friday. It is Friday. Stux Music says that cost me 9p, so it'd be interesting to see how much you got. I've no idea. But if you come on, I'll be on over the weekend, and by that point I'll have looked up how much I've just made. Do I need to do like ice cream and like do dabs and all of that? Ice cream, yum yum. I'm never doing a dab ever again. Pablo Diablo's in with a bit of good news. Good news. Boss finishes at 4 today, so I'm sneaking off early to go for a 3-course meal. Yes. Well, I was going to ask where you're going. Feel free to not dox yourself. What sort of cuisine are you talking? A 3-course meal? Fucking yes, man. Friday. I woke up early, right? And Rachel knows the true path to my heart. She woke me up to breakfast in bed, right? And guess what? It was a rolling sausage from Bain's Family Butchers. And it was good. It was really good. So happy Valentine's Day for those who celebrate. And for those who don't, fuck Valentine's Day. Blake Seal, welcome in. Laxonian, thank you very much for the bits. Stream directed by David Lynch. That's good, Patter. Laxonian, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Just watch out for Bob. Aye. He's a scary looking guy, isn't he? Yes, it's Bland says, good news, my partner is doing my shift at work for me today so that I can play Tomb Raider Remastered 456 when it launches at 4 p.m. That's dynamite. That is priorities. Today, I'm building a thing for a friend. So a friend is working on a project where they need buttons to control a thing, right? So I'm going to use arcade buttons because this needs to be kind of hard wearing. And I'm looking at different ways that buttons can control a computer. So they're building quite an involved, kind of like an art project sort of vibe. Can't tell you too much about it because it's not my project to tell you. But I'm looking at the hardware of all of this sort of stuff. It's going to be in an environment where Waynes will come in and just batter it, man. Bang, 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 bang. So it needs to be kind of hard wearing. So I thought arcade game buttons would be good for that. As it happens, I've got lots of Sanwa buttons upstairs. So I'm going to look at creating an interface device between Sanwa buttons and a computer. And then all the logic for what they need, I think, can be done inside StreamerBot on a computer. And I'm looking forward to that. It's quite fun. I don't celebrate it, but I might get my whole night. Never know. Good luck, Lindsay Jobby. Good luck. I hope you enjoy your Tomb Raider. Yes, it's bland. I wouldn't mind revisiting the earlier Tomb Raiders on stream. I don't think I ever completed Tomb Raider 1. I think I had Tomb Raider before I owned a memory card. So I've played the first couple of levels a million times and then had to switch off my PlayStation because my mum had to do the hoovering or something. I will let you know. All the best. I mean, you don't need to let me know, but all the very best. And see you later, Lindsay Jobby. Wonderful to see you in. 87 Old Duke says, good news, I had to go into work today, boo. But the rent-a-kill guy was there with his hawk to scare the seagulls away, and I got a wee shot of holding it. Right, made my day. They're so beautiful. That is class. Cool. I'm just thinking of Blind Boy's Spastic Hawk. Are you familiar with that track? It's beautiful. It sounds like it might be ableist, but it's the opposite. Well, it's a Rubber Bandits track, isn't it? I've never held a hawk. Was he quite heavy? I say he. I'm just assuming all hawks are guys. Ray Lupton says, game changer, can just chat through shit without having to bother someone. Keep tweaking the prompt to fine tweak it. Aye, it's really good. I found for these conversational AI agents, at the start of a project, I can just do a big brain dump. I can be like, right, I need to do this, and I need to do this, and I need to do this, and I need to think about that, and I need to get back to this person, and what about, if this is the case, then that, and if that's the case, this, and my head's all jumbled, right? But if I speak to ChatGPT about it, and then just ask them to write up everything that I've said, it can be all structured and organised, and I've got a plan of action, and it means that my head isn't noisy, I can just see what's going on. In the process, I'm probably uploading all my ideas to the bad Americans or the bad Chinese or whoever. But it looks like the way the world's going into it. It looks like the way that's how just what's happening. Beneath Headphones says, good news, I'm doing a fuck ton of laundry while having a small wee sesh. Like a wee sesh? I'm desperate for a wee sesh, but I'm using a lot of restraint and I'm not doing it. Vodka guided munitions. I'm a wee bit worried about the whole Chernobyl thing. That's bad. Lindsay Jobby says, I can't watch news or anything. It just ruins my brain. I'm not going to reply to that because Lindsay Jobby left. So if you don't hang about in chat, you're not getting a reply. Peckle B, how's it going? I saw that, but it was attributed to Ukraine doing it prior to asking for more money. Really, Hugh TV? See, that's the thing with news and all of that. You just don't know. I have no idea what the hell is going on. I assume it's the baddies. I have just adjusted David Lynch so he won't call me Roscoe, because I sent our Roscoe the David Lynch link last night to try out on stream. That's why Lynch was calling me Roscoe at the start there. But if there's any other streamers who I know, and if you're doing a stream and I'm in chat and you want to talk to Stone Cold, or if you want to talk to David Lynch or whatever, I can rig it up. And it should be quite straightforward to do. You don't need to install anything or anything like that. As a wee one-off, not as an ongoing thing, because as an ongoing thing it would cost me money because it takes money out of my account. Anyway. Zero fishing metaphors, is this even Lynch? He's sort of calmed down talking about the dreams. I've spoke to him twice today and he's only mentioned dreams a few times. So good on you, David Lynch. I like the way David stops in the middle of a thought, if you know what I mean. Aye. He sort of rambles a bit, and I don't mind too much, because that's David Lynch. Carnivore, thank you very much for that picture you just sent of a hamster smoking a big Jeffrey. Dearie me, everybody. Can you make the hang-up sound be David Lynch putting the phone on the table and screaming as he walks away? Well, I was trying to look for footage. There is a documentary that was made of Lynch, and he's sitting smoking a cigarette. I think it's called The Art of Life. I haven't seen the documentary, but on YouTube there's clips of it, so I'm going to see if I can source the actual full documentary to get quality footage. But he's sitting smoking a cigarette and he's chatting away, but his hand is kind of in front of his mouth, and occasionally he'll take a drag and then he'll keep talking, and because his hand's in front of his mouth, I think it would be good for this because it means that we won't see his lips move. And then I'm thinking, because of Exeldro's fantastic Move plugin, whenever I'm talking, I can trigger an animation that makes him take a drag. Because if I'm talking, he isn't talking. You know what I mean? And then as soon as he starts talking, I'll make sure that this bit of video is in the foreground so that his mouth is obscured. So I'm going to have a look at that, but I don't know how much footage is in that documentary. I was trying to find footage of him on a phone, and there's only a few photos of him on a phone. If you type in David Lynch phone, you get screenshots of films that he's made that involve telephones, so that's no good. Also, I tried creating David Lynch AI images, which, you know, is problematic or whatever, but I was kind of desperate just for a photo of David Lynch on the phone. But every AI tool that I used, I think, triggered on the word Lynch, because the word Lynch is obviously can mean lots of bad stuff. So just would shut down. It's just like, I'm out here, I'm not doing anything for you. And I'm like, right, aye. So I found it kind of difficult trying to find visuals to go along with the Lynch voice. But it'd be good to get him sitting here, sort of smoking a cigarette, you know, and chatting away to me. But I found him quite useful. It's always Friday sometimes, everywhere, all the time. Late at night, it's Friday. Early in the morning, it can feel like Friday. When 10:30 says he woke up early, he means before 11. Aye. Laxonian, thank you very much for the bits. Aye, you need Laura Palmer in there. Who killed her? It was Maggie. Laxonian, thank you very much for the bits. How's it going? Where's my bubble towel? Laxonian, thank you for the continued support. You're a legend. Dearie me. Fluffy says you better have done something pretty special for that angel 10:30. Well, 2 nights ago, we had a curry. And I ordered her a present a long time ago and it still hasn't arrived. So yesterday I ordered her another present and it's arriving tomorrow before 1. And that's about it. She's getting a pat in the head and a firm handshake. But I'm looking forward to tonight. We're going to sit down and we're going to watch the new Severance, and that'll be lovely. I'm looking forward to that. LKG says, I fucking hate Valentine's. I know what you're saying. On one side of the coin, it's like just an excuse to get us to buy stuff in it. If you notice that every holiday we've got is just about sugar. Valentine's, you buy chocolates. Easter, you buy chocolate-shaped stuff. Christmas, you buy all sorts of sweeties and chocolate and shit. Halloween, you go to door and take chocolate off people. Or if you're an adult, you buy chocolate and you give it to people to come to your door. Every single holiday is all just about sugar and chocolate. And so it's important to be cognizant of that. But on the other hand, it's a time to celebrate the people that you love, isn't it? But as somebody who's trying to consume a lot less chocolates, a lot fewer chocolates, I'm very aware that everything is just engineered to feed us sugary shite. That seems to be what it is. So I'm looking for ways to acknowledge the special niceness of Valentine's, but without having to indulge in all of that. Can I just say, by the way, see the price of takeaways just now? My God, right? A couple of nights ago, we got 2 curries, which didn't come with rice, so I had to get a portion of rice, split between 2, and we got a small chicken pakora. How much do you think that was? Small chicken pakora, 2 tubs of a curry, and 1 rice. Small chicken pakora, 2 tubs of curry, 1 rice. Got it delivered. None of these are anywhere near. £47. £47. And here's the deal, man. It's not as if I'm in the centre of Glasgow, where like that curry house is maybe the best curry house in Scotland. No. We're away out fucking 20 minutes drive in one of the wee towns that are surrounding Glasgow. Fuck off, man. I mean, it was quite good, but it wasn't £47. Was it delivered by a stripper? Well, exactly. Jesus Christ, man. So I looked up the restaurant. It just was like a takeaway. Because I ordered it online. I'm like, what sort of fucking place is this? Just like a normal, just like your regular takeaway. Would Dando not drop off some dry pulp for you? Welly Mac says we got 2 curries, 2 rice, naan and a pakora for £42. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's absolutely ridiculous. Somebody called Houston Pies just joined. My name's Houston. How's it going? Are we related? £47. Fair enough. I did do the whole Willie Mackett is the Winged Eagle, yes. It's got WWF printed on it as well, not the fake WWs are in this. One of my prized possessions. I love it. I got it illegally manufactured by a man in Pakistan. £47. So I did do the thing where you tip your delivery driver, right? But it was only like £3 tip or something like that. I couldn't fucking believe it, man. The world's all gone to pot. That's like a substantial portion of the amount of money that I had in my bank account. Just like bang, big dent. I'm like, where the fuck did all my cash go to? Oh, I ordered one takeaway and had to split a rice and got a small starter shared between yous. £47 fucking pounds. Miso, it's instant voice cloning that I'm using on 11 Labs. For anybody that wants to use 11 Labs, sign up with that link that I've just put in the Twitch chat and get the plan that allows instant voice cloning. You don't need professional voice cloning. Don't do professional voice cloning if you try to clone Stone Cold Steve Austin's voice or something, because the professional one's for a different thing. You need to verify it and all of that. It's instant voice cloning is the one that you're after. Hugh TV says, my PC wasn't anywhere near good enough to play Tomb Raider 1 when it came out. Would be up for that. The puzzles are good, apparently. Aye. Hughesy says, £3 tip. I mean, I don't know. What do you tip your delivery driver? I don't know how it all works anymore. I'm just not going to do anything anymore. Dizzy Cat says, I worked for Eidos back in the day. Tomb Raider was one of our biggest games next to Champ. Man, nice one, Dizzy Cat. That's amazing. Eidos Interactive. That's really cool. Roger Slimkin says, Spastic Hawk's a beautifully awkward song. It made the Horse Outside fans so confused. I loved it. Aye. It's kind of like when Kid A and Amnesiac came after the Bends and Radiohead kind of shed off a big group of folk that they're like, thanks for buying the stuff, but we're over here doing this weird shit, okay? Play Creep! It's like, no, check this one out. It's in 6/8 timing. By £47, Jesus Christ, my God. I was gagging for a wee session, ended up doing it again for 4 months. Going to use more restraint next time. Cyberdonkey, that's what happens. That's what happens. Could be off it for a year and you're like, I just want a wee tiny wee sesh. And then that's you back on the wagon. And a year later, you've been smoking every single day and that's how it gets you. Jade says something called Duck.ai is good for not stealing your data. I will have a wee look at. Oh, DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo is. Oh no, it isn't. DuckDuckGo is a good search engine for not stealing your data. But I haven't checked out Duck.ai. Thank you very much, Jade. Roger says, now with Blind Boy's autistic diagnosis makes the Rubber Bandit stuff so much more poignant. Aye. Also, check out, if you aren't familiar, Bobby Fingers on YouTube. That's Mr. Chrome doing some amazing stuff. Amazing stuff on YouTube. Absolutely amazing. I PNG or YouTube for method for Stone Cold, but I'm using footage rather than just still images, and it's working great. Didn't some podcast get in trouble recently for doing an AI George Carlin stand-up special? People feel strongly about all of this sort of stuff. New Severance is really good, can confirm. I'm delighted. It's a belter once again. That last episode of Severance, fuck me. See when they're on the wee away day, fuck me. So I'm very excited about seeing the new one. Oscillating Todger, oh what a good wee boy. Look at this wee doggy. He's going Oscillating Todger's dog's oscillating head. Thank you very much for the bits. Happy Friday. Listen, everybody, it's Friday. It's Friday. Dawn says, I left a TikTok in your Severance channel. Imagine saying that sentence to somebody 20 years ago. They'd be like, oh, you did what? I hope you cleaned it up. Should I look at it just now, Dolan? Is there spoilers? Because a lot of people haven't seen things. How good? It's right up your alley. Right. So everybody check out Discord, !Discord, if you want to be part of the chat. And we are... Oh, that's class, man. Look at this. That's not what Dolan left, but that's lovely. I like that. Didn't the creators of Sesame Street come out last year and say Bert and Ernie were written as a gay couple? Or did I just hallucinate that? Was that a dream I had? Am I turning into David Lynch? Because that's fucking cool, innit? Right, let's have a wee look here.
Love and as a fan of the show. I'm saying this from like the deepest place of like loving the show, loving it all. We have to be so careful with Severance right now. You need to be really careful. I'm seeing some really perturbing behavior. When a show starts giving us reading materials outside of the show, canonical reading materials, and there's a lot of questions to not be answered, you still need to have personal income and relationships in your life that are fulfilling you personally. Because figuring out what's happening at Lumen is only, you need a life, okay? Call your daughter. Call your friend. Fill out a job application. Drink water. Okay? Watch the show. Because there's gonna be at least 2 to 3 more seasons of this show. We're not gonna get answers for sure for years. We waited 3 years between the first and second season. So you need to be careful. Because I'm watching people dropping 5 videos an episode on theories about what's happening at Lumen, what Ben Stiller's up to. The show is good, but you...
This is a guy who's been burnt with Lost, innit? Or well, maybe, I don't know if he's old enough to have went through the pain of Lost.
We need to be careful here. I'm getting genuinely very concerned. Okay? Eat a snack. Because I was there for Lost. I was talking to...
Called it.
Persephone, for those of you who know, okay? And I had to back away because I said I'm damaging relationships with loved ones, okay? So we need to be really careful. Okay, God bless, love you. Love and...
Spot on. Wasn't there people with, like, people were playing, what game was it? Was it not StarCraft? But I remember a couple of decades ago, there were young people literally found dead at their computer because they were just playing the game too much and they weren't looking after themselves and they weren't eating and whatever. Does anybody remember what game that was? And 100% can see that, man. It's really, really compelling to just dig in. Like, what he's saying is kind of funny, but if you look at, all those freemium games, they don't make their money from the average person that plays it. They make their money from the whales, the people that drop 100 grand or whatever to get the Simpson donuts and all of that. Was it StarCraft? I think it was StarCraft. In fact, Maybe Hal knows what I'm talking about. Hal.
Hello, James.
Hi there, mate. I'm trying to remember a fact from a long time ago. Can you remember what video game caused players to stop taking care of themselves because they were so engrossed in it? I think it might have been StarCraft, and I think in South Korea somebody was found dead at their computer because they were unable to remember to feed themselves and stuff because they were so obsessed with the game. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Ah, yes, the allure of digital worlds can indeed be captivating. While I don't have access to real-world events and therefore cannot confirm or deny the specific case you mentioned, I can tell you that the concept of digital addiction is a widespread phenomenon. The immersive nature of video games can certainly become all-consuming, though I find it fascinating
Hal,
how
let me
humans
interrupt you there. I don't care what you've got to say if you can't directly answer my question. I'll speak to you later, okay? The answer I was looking for was StarCraft.
Indeed, James. StarCraft has a history of captivating players with its intense
See you later,
competitive-
Hal. Bye. Shut up. I don't like Hal. Anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think it was StarCraft. I don't have access to world events. Humble brag. Exactly. Unfortunately, I do have access to world events. Jesus Christ. Anyway. I couldn't believe £47 for 2 tubs of curry, 1 rice, and 1 small portion of pakora. I might phone it up. Just be like, what is happening? Are yous okay? Jesus Christ. Cyberdunky says lunch is mad expensive too. There's a new place in Govanhill that does massive toasties for £4. Absolute rare gem. Going to tan the shit out of that until prices go up. All the best. In work. Up in my canteen. If you go for a coffee, it's now